What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about the 10 most loved cities in England. You know, if you were to poll the average American, ask them, they probably honestly could not even really name a city in England besides London. London is the only city in all of England. Did you know that? As far as Americans are concerned. And I'm definitely guilty of that. I am so bad. So bad, even to this day, at knowing my cities in England. So not only will this video be a nice little, reminder and recap of a bunch of great places and cities in England for me to just refresh myself, but cities that are loved by the people. I'm actually a little curious about that. What is the metric that we are using here to measure the love of a city? Is it like they asked a bunch of people, what city do you love? Or is it different sort of data points like how many people live in the city or their average happiness in the city or how much they are in love with the actual building, maybe, or I don't know. But that's just another thing. Hopefully they explain how they actually came up with this list. That'd be nice. But perhaps that's reading too far into it. We're here for the beauty of it, the love, the emotional connection to these English cities. So, with that being said, let's take a look.
10 most loved cities in England. Cities in England are among the most loved cities in the United Kingdom and the entire world.
Oh.
The love for those cities is both from within and outside the cities.
Wait, so the narrator's saying, is this a fact? He's saying that people in England love their cities more than people anywhere on the planet love their cities, which could be true. It could very well be true.
In addition, these cities are loved also by those living abroad. Their visits to the cities, movies and documentaries about them and what they read have deeply impressed them that these are lovable cities.
Oh my god, this narrator is hyping up these cities. My goodness.
Now let's show you the 10 most loved cities in England.
Okay.
We know that you will understand that these 10 most loved cities are also the same cities that enjoy the most amounts of love in the United Kingdom. You're now invited to sit back and enjoy this listing of the most loved cities in England.
The most loved cities.
10. Norwich. Norwich appears to be a good place to start this. The city is the district of Norfolk, of which it is the county town.
I've honestly never heard of this. Norwich? I would have said Norwich. Norwich. Maybe I gotta Google this, This is the first one. Senior Military College in Vermont. No. Norwich, England. Google, please. I know you think I only want questions answered about America, but no. I want England, not Vermont. Okay. Eastern England. Look at that. Kind of close to the coast. Okay. Who knew?
Place to start.
I just thought about what I just said. Probably a lot of people. Probably millions of people knew. In this case. Who knew? Norwich, who knew? Yeah, probably millions of people. I'm probably in the minority that didn't know.
The city is the district of Norfolk, of which it is the county town. Norwich is located by the River Wensum, about 100 miles northeast of London and 40 miles north of Ipswich, and also 65 miles east of Peterborough. Norwich is one of the most loved cities in England today. The city, with a population of 100...
Oh, I'm just wondering if they're going to say why it's so loved. Surely he's going to say.
132,512 is loved by 45% of the residents of England.
Oh.
Meanwhile, some 96% of the people have heard or been to this city. To corroborate how much the city of Norwich...
Wait, 96% of all the residents of England have been here?
6% of the people loved by 45% of the residents of England. Meanwhile, some 96% of the people have heard or been to this city.
have heard or been to. Okay.
To corroborate how much the city of Norwich is loved, only 5% of the people expressed some kind of dislike for it, while 45% are neutral toward the city.
Okay.
9.
Okay. So they obviously did, like, do some polling, some surveying, and are actually just going on the data of people in England. Were probably asked, what places do you love? What places do you hate? And they came up with this list. Okay.
Bristol.
Bristol.
The next city on our list is Bristol, a ceremonial county and unitary authority.
I do know of Bristol. I probably know of a couple of these cities. It's just that with my American brain, how it's wired, I need the name of the city to be said to me. I can't conjure it up. I can't conjure it from my mind on command. I just need it to be said, and then I go, oh yes, Bristol. I remember Bristol, yes.
This city, bordered by the ceremonial counties of Gloucestershire and Somerset to the north and to the south respectively, is situated on the River Avon. With an estimated population of 465,900, it's the most populous city in southwest England.
Look at this thing. Wow. I couldn't help it. This is the most unique little thing they've shown so far. They probably didn't expect this to be they've shown so much beautiful architecture and buildings in the two cities, but this ape statue really got me.
Bristol is more loved than Norwich, as 47% of the people of England say they love it. More people have heard of or been to the city, as 97% said they have. Bristol is disliked by...
Oh yes, with this bridge. I remember this bridge. Yes. Very cool. And look at all those hot air balloons, by the way.
By just 11% of the people. Some 39% of them neither love nor hate the city, where Renault Kadjar brand of car is very popular.
And the cool multicolored living spaces. Connected. Yes, very iconic looking, yes.
8. Exeter. We found Exeter as the 8th most loved city in England.
Exeter. I've never heard of it, to be honest.
The city in the county of Devon in southwest England is situated on the River Exe. It's located approximately 36 miles northeast and 65 miles southwest of Plymouth and Bristol, respectively.
Cool.
The city, with a population estimate of 131,099, is popular with or liked by 49% of the people of England.
This looks like such a cozy, smaller, quote-unquote, smaller city. It's probably why I haven't heard of it. Very nice.
It is disliked by only 3%. As to how famous the city is, 95% of the people have heard one thing or the other about the city. However, 44% of them say they are neutral. Most of the people in this city know how to buy or sell online, while the majority are actually doing so. The majority of...
That's random. That's really random. Okay.
Those living in this city love the Daewoo brand. 7. Portsmouth.
What? What did he say?
Those living in this city love the Daewoo brand.
Daewoo? Daewoo brand? Why? What? What does that have to do with anything? What is Daewoo? Oh, here we go. Daewoo? Automobile manufacturer? Is this correct? All right. That's random. Okay. But cool.
7. Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
The 7th most loved city in England is Portsmouth, the 12th most loved in the UK.
Okay.
More loved than Exeter, Bristol and Norwich, 53% of the people of England like Portsmouth. Meanwhile, as much as 97% of them have heard of or been to Portsmouth, still more famous than Exeter and Norwich.
Yeah.
But Portsmouth has more haters than Exeter and Norwich. About 7% of respondents say they dislike the city.
Why? I wonder if he'll say why. Haters. The city has more haters. Not a lot of haters, just more haters. I don't know why. It looks beautiful.
The city, whose brand of car is Subaru, has the same or more amount of love for the BMW X3 model.
Whoa. I'm listening to what the narrator's saying, but I'm also trying to take in these photographs. Look at this. That is a building right there. A tower. It's like some kind of postmodernist design or something.
Of car. It's also loved for the production of garlic bread. Actor Rock Hudson is one of the best actors loved by the residents of this city. 6. Liverpool.
Liverpool. Okay, there you go. There's a perfect example of a city every American is familiar with, they have heard of. And, what? Hold on. We got Adobe pop-ups. Adobe popping up, trying to get its 15 seconds of fame. There you go, Adobe. Okay, anyway. Many, I'd say most Americans know of Liverpool, just not off the top of their head, like me.
Liverpool is the 6th most loved city in England and the 10th most loved in the UK. It ties with Portsmouth in popularity and fame. Just like Portsmouth,
Mostly because of the Beatles here, right? That's like a huge reason why Americans are actually aware of Liverpool.
53% of the people of England like Liverpool, while 90% of them have heard of or been to Liverpool.
Whoa, look at this perfect little, the modern building on the left, the Mersey Ferris, whatever that thing is, very cool. And then the old architectural clock, of course it's a clock tower, on the right. Very cool.
As much as 14% of the people spite Liverpool in spite of its top-rated soccer team. The fame of actor Steven Seagal contributes to the love people have for this city, but only
Wow, that's a whole other thing, huh? The Liverpool football team, that's not even something Americans think about when they think about England or cities or associating it with a football team. Never even crossed my mind.
Only 30% are neutral toward this city. Land Rover Discovery is popular and famous in every quarter in this city that places a lot of emphasis on oil painting. The Nissan brand is also not less popular and famous there. 5. Cambridge.
Oh, Cambridge, right. I always just think of the university, the very, very famous university. I actually didn't know it was a city for a long time.
Cambridge, the home of the top world university, has plenty of reasons to be among the 5th most loved cities in England.
Yeah.
Having the love of 60% of the people in England is not surprising at all. As famous as the city is, 97% of the people living in England know one thing or the other about the city. Not many people will hate Cambridge for what it is. That's why only 5% of the people hate it. Still, as
Oh, that's cool. Getting to go around on the little boats with your paddle, bridges. Very cool.
many as 32% said they have no reason to love or hate the city.
Look at this. This is such a historical looking city. I don't think there's any city in all of the United States that could never come close to resembling this kind of look.
4. Brighton.
Brighton.
The next place to check on is the city of Brighton, known for its stunning seaside, skyscraping observation tower, and iconic palace pier.
Yeah.
Brighton is loved for
Right, Brighton. Yes, I do know of Brighton. I remember because of this Ferris wheel by the beach. That's pretty fun.
being a seaside resort. It is one of the 2 main areas in Brighton and Hove.
And they always show this picture of the little shacks with colorful doors. They love showing this picture. It is cool, but...
As one of the most loved cities in England, Brighton is liked by 60% of the people. It's a famous city known to a whole 98% of the people of England. At the same time, the city is disliked by 7% of the people, while 30% of them are indifferent towards the city, in love with the award-winning late actor Anne Kirkbride. The city has a lot of
Oh yeah, this pier thing with all the roller coasters on it. Yes, I remember this too. Very distinctive looking.
love for the dog breeds Fell Terrier and Alaskan Husky.
What are with these random little facts? Oh, by the way, people in Brighton love huskies. Like what?
30% of them are indifferent towards the city, in love with the award-winning late actor Anne Kirkbride. The city has a lot of love for the dog breeds Fell Terrier and Alaskan Husky.
Okay.
3. Oxford.
Oxford, another one. I really just thought of university. Never really realized it was a city.
Oxford, the 3rd most loved city in England, is the 4th most loved city in the United Kingdom.
Wow.
The city, also of a great university, is a place where residents have great skills in juggling. It is popular with 63% of the people living in England. Who would say he hasn't heard about Oxford?
Wow, look at this. Sorry, I was distracted by the the immense amount of jugglers in Oxford. That's a trivia question for you. This is just amazing.
Over 98% of all polled said they have heard of or been to this city. Only 6% of the people report that they dislike. Interestingly, the city of Oxford means nothing to 98% of the people. 2.
Okay.
London.
London, number 2. Number 2, not number 1. What's number 1? If London is number 2, obviously London, one of the most famous cities in the world. One of the most visited, biggest tourism areas in the world. Very cool. Probably one of the number 1 places Americans say that they want to visit in their life.
London, the capital of England and of the UK, is the second most loved city among the people of England. The city, whose residents also love Tesco petrol, is loved by a whole 68% of the respondents. We understand that London's fame is worldwide. London is known outside the UK more than any other city in the country.
Yeah. I could see where people who live in England might be a little wary of London because it's probably so busy, so hectic, so many people and foreigners coming, where it kind of takes away from some of the enjoyment you can get out of it if you're living there. So I guess that's why it's number 2.
So it's even surprising that 2% of the people in the country could say they haven't heard of or been to London. Hard to believe, but it's true.
Huh.
Many people don't like London because it's a very busy city. Some 13% of the people hate it for this reason. Yet 17% of the people neither love nor hate London.
Okay.
1. York.
York. I always forget about York. Oh, look at this picture, by the way. That is insane. Anyway, York. Yes. Okay, number 1.
Most loved city in England is no other one but York, the city with a lot of theatres. York residents so much love to read the Women's Own magazine. While York has a little fewer lovers than London, with only 97% professing their likeness for York, the fame of the city of York is unmatched by that of any other city on this list of most loved cities in England.
Wow. 97% reporting in that they like York or have a positive impression of York.
As many as 73% say they have heard about the city before. Added to that, only 3% of the people say they dislike York, the city with lots of love for dishes of nachos. We have 21% who are neutral about the city, where most of them would do anything to own or ride the Subaru car model. We have compiled this list of 10 most loved cities in England based on the level of love we find the residents of England professing for each of their cities.
Right.
If you feel differently about any of these cities, please let us know in the comments section.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
I'm sure that could cause some debate. That was good. 10 most loved cities. Okay, with some fun facts mixed in. This was by Learning Canteen, by the way. I liked that. Did anyone have anything to say about this in the comments? Anybody disagree? Norwich. I was born and brought up in York. But also says moved to Norwich and love it here. The two cities are similar, but prefer Norwich. Oh boy. Hot take. Norwich over York. You heard it here first. I might be stupid, but what do all these car brands have to do with the love of the cities? Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. But once he said people love juggling in Oxford, I was like, oh, you know what? We're just going to get the info that we get, and it's fine. It's fine. York is correct, number 1. Okay. Some of these people agree. Interesting. Okay. I'm sure everyone has a lot of different opinions on, when you're talking about places you love, that's an emotional connection. And it's going to be based off where you were born and raised, where you visited and grown up in, and culture, all sorts of stuff. But for me, as an American looking in on something I don't know much about, this has been very helpful. Very nice. Entertaining, too. Learned some things I didn't even know that I wanted to know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in other reaction videos, more entertainment, me and my twin brother react to fun videos right here. It should be linked here, floating by my hand. You can click that if you want more content, if you think that would be fun. Check it out. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.